Hello everyone, I'm Angan Bhattacharya and today I'm going to tell how an Enigma machine works. And to start off with, Enigma machine was an encryption device used during the World War II by the German to send messages in encrypted form for the information of weather reports and where to attack and all. So they thought it was an unbreakable code because it was a poly-alphabetic cipher, and during that time a poly-alphabetic cipher was not so common and harder to break. Okay, so what a poly-alphabetic cipher is, if I say hello, HELLO, it will suppose this will be encrypted as X, this will be encrypted as Y. If this is encrypted as Z, then this won't be Z, this will be something like W, and this may be Y again. So by getting this X, Y, Z, W, Y, you can't say that these two are same, neither can you say that these two are different. So this was why the German thought that it was an unbreakable code, although ultimately Alan Turing at Bletchley Park broke the code later. So today we are going to talk about the Enigma machine. It is an encryption device used for encrypting in polyalphabetic cipher, and again it can be decoded. So it is a machine, and both the receiver and the receiver and the who is sending the transmitter should have the same machine and with the same initial settings, so that it will be easier to, so it can be decrypted, the encrypted message can be decrypted. So the major components of the Enigma machine are: first is a keyboard by which the message is typed in. This only consists of A to Z, no other characters, because with other special characters like comma or semicolon or space, it can be easily, the text could be easily decrypted. So it was only A to Z. Then second is a set of rotors. Third is a reflector. Fourth is a plug board, and fifth is a lamp board. Okay, so these are the 5 major components of an Enigma machine. So first is a keyboard, as it is already mentioned, that keyboard is like the typewriter which consists of A, B, C up to Z only, no other characters. Okay, so these are buttons basically as consisted on the typewriters. Number 2, it is one of the most important things, the rotors. Rotors are like the electrical rotors, but inside the rotor, these are like cylinders, small cylinders, but inside the rotors there the main complicacy comes. Like it is like that, suppose this is a flattened rotor, like so. It has, you can see like A, B, C, D, E up to, so this will be something like A, B, C, D up to X, Y, Z, like this. So this is a circular thing, so I represent it in flat order. Okay, so what happens is, like this will be the inputs through the rotor. Okay, and inside the rotor what happens is, this, suppose this letter A is mapped to certain letters, say inside it will be suppose this is A, okay, and inside also there is A, B, C, D initially. This A, and here is also A, B, C, D, E, X, Y, Z. So what happens is inside there are wirings. Say suppose A is connected to some letter M, B is connected to say Z, E is connected to say A, D is connected to B. Okay, so this is the main part where the complicacy comes. The if A is inputted, output will be M, okay, and if D is inputted, output will be B. So this adds the whole complexity in the rotors. The Enigma machine not only stopped here, they also included another, after the rotor they also include another set of fixed rotors. These were movable rotors. Here is another set of fixed rotors known as reflector. What a reflector does is, it also the output from a rotor, what it does is it has A, B, C, D up to X, Y, Z. So what it does is, B is say connected to some letter F, C is connected to say A, then D is connected to say Z. Okay, so this is how a reflector is connected from inside. Okay, now the another complication is added by the plug board. What a plug board does is, a plug board is nothing but a panel like this, consisting two holes per letter. This is A, B, C, D, E, something, X, Y, Z. Say this is M, N, something like this. So these are connected. So what happens is, and plug boards, so as you can see, it is like the plugs, and these are holes, and inside you get wires like this, two-ended wires, male connectors like this. So what happens is, inside of the inside of the plug board, this is like inside of a plug board is like this, that so this is say for A. So what happens is, A connector, this is metal, and this is also a metal plate. So what happens is, wire comes here and wire goes out there. So current goes through here, goes out from here. So this is the whole metal part. Okay, so these are the two holes, and current goes to this. So since this is also a metal, so the current passes through here, and when it comes, it goes through here. But what happens is, when you input something, say for so say this is C, and this is X. Okay, this is D, this is X. So the when you insert the plug, it will come like this. It will be inserted, and here it is also inserted. So what happens is, this metallic plate will be pushed up. This metallic plate will be pushed up, and here it is, and for the plugs, these are the non-metallic parts. These are the non-metallic parts end, and this is the full metal part. So what happens is, suppose the wire is connected like this. So eventually what happens is, when some current comes through X, it has to pass from X to D and out of D. So input is given x and output comes d. So this is another this is how another exchange occurs in the plug board. Okay, and finally, what a lamp board is. Lamp board is like a keyboard. It has A to Z, but it instead of buttons it has lamps which will eventually light up. So these are the components explained individually of the Enigma machine. Now the workings. This is a keyboard. So output from keyboard comes into the plug board. Okay, from the plug board it goes to the set of rotors. There are three sets of rotors, R1, R2 and R3. What happens is, it goes here, it comes out as some other letter from R1, that is fed to R2, it comes out as some other letters from R2, and that R2 output is fed to R3, that comes out as some other letters. This R3, the output from the R3 is fed into the reflector. So in the reflector, what it does, it swaps with some other letter again, and this is fed here. So the R3 will output something else. That output will go to R2, and this from R2 this will come to R1. From R1 this will go into the plug board. From the plug board it will be changed and go into the lamp board and light up the respective letter. Okay, so this is how the thing works. Another thing is that regarding the rotor, each rotor, as you see, has A to Z. So it has 26. It has A, B, C, D. So it has X, Y, Z. So it has 26 inputs and outputs. So what happens is, when as you saw in the set of three rotors, R1, R2 and R3, okay, and this is the reflector. So what happens is, when this comes inside and gets changed, something like this, goes into the reflector and comes out, something like this. Okay, after this whole after this whole cycle, the rotor, say this is first rotor, this will be second rotor, and this will be third rotor. Suppose the first rotor will move one step will move one step. Like if it is A, it is inputting from A, it will rotate and that will become B. So it will rotate one out of the 26 letters. So and when that rotor completes the 26 round, it will kick the second rotor, and when rotor 2 completes the 26 rounds, it will kick the third rotor. So this is how again extra complexities are added to the Enigma machine. And settings, the settings that need to be changed are, first of all, the rotor positions 1, 2 and 3 rotors can be interchanged, like 3, 2, 1 and something like that. So 3 rotors, 3 factorial, 6 total, 6 ways it can change. Another thing, A, B, C, D up to X, Y, Z, this can be changed. Like starting position was A, as I told you, now it can be start from D and X. So like this, 3X, D, F, like this the starting position can also be changed, and hence it is so difficult to decrypt if someone does not have these settings. Along with the plug board settings, AZ, B3, something like this plug board setting and rotor setting, if someone does not have, it is very difficult to decrypt in certain amount of time. Thank you. This was the working of Enigma machine. If I forgot to mention something, please comment it.